Hi Smirconishers, welcome back to smirconish.com. This is the editor's report, and as you know, I'm your editor, Gili. As I do every week, I'm going to break down some of our best critical thinking pieces available at smirconish.com, so let's get right into it. First up, we have a piece by Greg Corrigan called From the Analyst Desk, Is COVID-19 an Indoor Virus?, where he discusses basically the geography of how COVID-19 spreads and why we need to be careful and install proper ventilating systems in our buildings, especially before the winter comes and we're all forced indoors. Next, we have Nalia Russell, who is a nurse, who wrote the following: The NFL has agreed to daily COVID testing, and no one should be okay with that. In this piece, Nalia discusses how only people with enough privilege or only organizations with enough money can test every day. And we should be using that privilege, that money, that power to be testing the people who need it most, like our essential workers who are on the front lines every day during this pandemic. Up next, we have a piece by Richard Zaccaroli called Mail-in Ballots Will Not Overwhelm the U.S. Postal Service, where he discusses how the USPS is essential to ensuring fair and proper elections this coming November and October for early voting. Then we have Joseph Romano, who wrote another poem for the website called The Thin Blue Line, where he discusses the controversy of the police and how hard their job really is to protect and serve the community in these times. Then we have a piece by Chris Chappell called America, We're Better Together, where he discusses how unifying the United States and all its people is essential to getting the country back on track. Then we have Marie Minerick with a piece called Reaching the Unreachable Voter, where she discusses how education and good role modeling is the best way to make people vote, especially young people who make up a very big percentage of the population but do not turn out to vote. Next up, we have Mark Rabo with a piece called Mail-in Ballots, Who Will It Help, Biden or Trump?, where he discusses why mail-in ballots don't really necessarily help one candidate over the other. And then we have Jim Bloom with a timely piece, which we have been discussing a lot, is college football and will it come back? His piece is titled To Play or Not to Play, A Difficult Decision for College Football, where he discusses the pros and cons of opening this season and what it will mean for the tradition of American college football. Then we have Christy Verity with a piece called The Glue, Service Learning Makes Civics Education Stick. She's a past social studies teacher and educator. She discusses how civics and service is very critical to unifying the United States of America and creating a better future for all of us. Then we have James Icahn with a piece called Europe's Great Crisis Hits the Shores of Britain Again, discussing the immigration system and immigration crisis in the UK right now. Then we have Denise Meredith with Return to Sunday School, discussing religion in America and how it affects American politics and American life. And lastly, this week we have Mark West with a piece called America, Take a Lesson from Marvel, where he puts a fun spin on the Founding Fathers and the Marvel superheroes. So definitely read that to see what it's all about. If you have any interesting ideas for an essay, please email me at editor@smirconish.com. We would love to work with you to get your essay published. And as always, tune in to CNN Smirconish tomorrow at 9 a.m. on CNN. And Michael is off this week from SiriusXM, but we will have a guest host, so make sure to tune in anyway. The website will be running as per usual, and have a great weekend and a great end to your summer.